Good evening, OJ. How are you?
Hello, Justin, and everyone out there. How are you guys?
Hello, Aussies and Kiwis. Long time no speak. My hair has grown back.
Lockdown in Melbourne.
Yeah, well, I'm regional, so I didn't cop it nearly as badly as the Melburnians. No curfew, no 5 kilometre radius for me. But I'm in Ballarat, so most things are within 5 kilometres anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's certainly been an interesting 6 months, or coming up 6 months since we all stood in our driveways, isn't it?
I know. Can you believe it? And Remembrance Day's coming up.
It is indeed. It is indeed part of the reason we're here tonight. And we're not going to go for the sort of 30 to 40 plus minute lives that we've done in the past. We are going to keep it relatively short tonight. But we're going to do a bit of a series of these in the lead up to Remembrance Day, and talking about a number of different things. And so here we are in October, what, about 9 days or so off from the 6-month anniversary of Anzac Day. It is Mental Health Month, and kicking off on Saturday is Veterans Health Week.
It is.
You've got a big going.
We do. Well, so, of course, the Aussie Youth Choir Honouring Defence Service is collaborating with Aussies and Kiwis for Anzacs, and it's absolutely fantastic to be collaborating with you guys. We've got some exciting things happening for Veteran Health Week. Next Saturday morning at 10 a.m, we are doing a free online singing workshop. And you might be thinking, well, what's that got to do with Veterans Health Week? What's that got to do with October Mental Health Month? Well, most people don't think about it, but there are some serious science behind the benefits of social singing that are linked to mental health. And I'm just going to name a few. So think about the current situation that we're in, global pandemic, etc. They include strengthening your immune system, improved sleep, improved mental awareness. It's a confidence booster. And when you sing, especially when you're singing in a group, it releases endorphins, which is your feel-good hormone that your brain, it fills your brain with endorphins, and it lifts your spirits and makes you feel happy. So just to name a few, singing can really help you with your mental health, and it can also help you with your sleep. So we're running a workshop next Saturday morning to give you some fun singing together, some fun vocal warm-ups, some breathing techniques, and we're actually going to link it to how it can help with your mental health. So, for instance, how to use some of the techniques we're going to teach you on how to sleep better, and how to actually help with your mood. So it should be a lot of fun, and it's free. And you can register. The event, I think, is on Aussies and Kiwis for Anzacs.
It is. I shared it just a few moments ago. So it's in the events tab of the Aussies and Kiwis Facebook group.
And it's in the event tab of the Aussie Youth Choir Honouring Defence Service. Aussie with an OYZ for us. So same name, different spelling.
So we were talking a bit about singing prior to going live, and I made a bit of an observation about how some of the principles of mindfulness and meditation and breathing and things like that all come into play when you're singing. So yeah, kudos to you for finding a way to link all that together. I'm a self-confessed singer, bad one, but I like to get a couple of drinks into me and get into the karaoke spirit myself.
The great thing about that, there's actually science to prove that the benefits of singing are not linked to you being able to sing in tune. So there's no excuse.
I can't carry a tune in a bucket, honestly.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And, of course, singing is also linked very closely with commemoration, which is why, obviously, we've collaborated, we've teamed up. And, there's two things that are very unique and integral to a commemorative service. And with Remembrance Day coming up, those two things are both silence and singing. And if you think about an Anzac Day service, a Remembrance Day service, any kind of commemorative service you've ever attended, we sort of go, shh, we are silent for a minute or two, and then we also sing together. And they're two of the very few things that a group of people, a nation, a world can actually do together. We can all be silent together and we can all sing together. And the power of doing that together is amazing. And
there's some fantastic examples of that I've been following for some time. First one that comes to mind is a YouTube channel called Playing for Change.
Yes.
It's a general musicians from all over the world to come together and play, a whole bunch of different songs, an array of probably 50 or 60 different songs. And he stitches it all together in much the same way you do the choir. And it's really powerful. And you can't but jive along. Yeah.
It's actually interesting that you say that, because we, as part of this whole kind of swag of events leading up to Anzac Day, we've also, again, collaborated with you guys to bring together a virtual international peace project. So Her Excellency, the Governor-General's wife, Mrs. Linda Hurley, and myself have collaborated on a song. So we have written a peace song, and we are inviting all of you guys, it doesn't matter where you are in the world, to come and stand together from wherever you are, in your lounge room or, wherever you are in the world. Stand together for peace, stand for veterans and their families, sing to remember and rethink remembrance for the next generation. And you can go on to the peaceproject.org.au website and register for that, and you can download the song. You can start learning the song, and then it's kind of like, us. You video yourself with the guide track, keep in time with the guide track, and then we give you a place to upload that. And we are going to do a big mashup, a big choir mashup of that song for our international peace project this year, and it is going to be global. And we've already got people from France interested. I was talking to someone the other day. They've got friends in Lebanon. They're going to talking to another lady. She's got friends in the Philippines. So, it's not just about where you are, but if you've got friends and family around the world, imagine standing together with them on the screen for peace, for veterans and their families, and singing to remember together with your friends and family around the world. And, of course, our Aussies and Kiwis for Anzac's friends, and the Aussie Youth Choir Honouring Defence Service friends as well. And, of course, most of you know I also have the Daily Grind, and that's a global community. So jump on and register and be part of it. And the workshop next Saturday, we're actually going to be learning that song as one of the things that we do. So
Brilliant.
Should be a lot of fun.
One of the things with Remembrance Day, Anzac Day is Australia and New Zealand, obviously. But what we did see this year is that we had a bit of an international following. We had more than 100 countries following the movement. Our Remembrance Day is already followed around the world. We see it happen in Belgium, all across the Commonwealth, France, and a number of other countries, whether it's Remembrance or Armistice Day, either on the 11th of November or on the days preceding or following, depending on their local observances. So by the calculations that I've researched, it's observed by about 2 billion people around the world, which is a third of the world's population observe Remembrance or Armistice Day in some way. So yeah. I'd just like to say that much like Anzac Day, we are not dictating how you have to be respectful and commemorative. The one thing we are asking is that if you can set an alarm for 1 minute to 11, because on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month is where we shush for a minute. We shush for the fallen for 1 to 2 minutes. 2 minutes if you can do it, however much time you can spare, and just take a moment to remember those who fought for the freedoms that we sometimes take for granted.
Yeah, and I think, it's really good to be, where so much of the world is still in lockdown to some degree or another because of this global pandemic. And, it's kind of falling to, a lot of families to kind of encourage their children and to do it as a family. And, you know, as the Aussie Youth Choir Honouring Defence Service, we work with a lot of young people and children. And, you know, that's it's a very powerful symbol that, you know, at 11 a.m. on the 11th day of the 11th month is wherever you are and whoever is around you to just stop and do that. And if you have to say, shh, it's a great way of showing your children. And, of course, singing is a great way to teach children about the stories and teach children the importance of commemoration, which is what we do in the choir. So, you know, this is an amazing opportunity to get your whole family involved. And the lovely thing is, Jay, that the International Peace Project is going to be streamed on Remembrance Day. So you'll be able to see yourself on the screen as part of a Remembrance Day, online Remembrance Day service. And that is going to run so that at 11 a.m. there will be that silence already planned. So it's probably going to start about, I guess, 10:30 or not much after 10:30, maybe 22, and it will run on that minute. We have that minute silence. We'll do the commemorative service, and we will be playing the International Peace Project mashup video, followed by a Sing to Remember online festival. So people, if you guys are, you know, you are musicians, you are singers, we're actually also calling for you to upload your original commemorative, like around the theme Sing to Remember, your piece of music, your song, and the top 10 songs will be played as part of that Sing to Remember festival online on Remembrance Day.
Outstanding. Well, we won't keep you too much longer. We're 10 minutes goes just like that. But we're going to do some more lives. I am conscious that Remembrance Day, the 11th of November this year, is midweek. So it is going to be difficult for a lot of people to take that half hour out. But we will make sure that that stream is available for you to watch after the event.
And actually being live streamed on the Sunday before. So on the 8th of November, on the Sunday at 5 p.m, you will be able to register to go on that Zoom call live and commemorate live with us, and then it will be recorded to be then played so that schools can see themselves. You know, we've done it during school. We'll play it during school time so that the schools that are involved can also see themselves and all that sort of stuff.
Well, I just remember 40 years ago when I was in primary school, the voice used to come over the PA and the entire classroom would fall silent for a minute. As I've grown older, I've seen that my workplaces and so forth haven't observed that tradition. It'd be really nice to see a resurgence of that. So let's see if we can get our workplaces involved, our local radio stations, anybody that you may know, reach out to them, ask them to get behind 1 to 2 minutes of silence at 11 a.m. on the 11th of November.
That's right.
We might wrap it up in a sec, though, OJ. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Look, I think you just mentioned about, you know, your places of work. Why don't you guys get together, learn the peace song, and do a recording of you guys at your work? You know, do the 1.5 metre distance and follow COVID regulations in your area. But we want people from all over the world to stand with us this Remembrance Day in peace for veterans and their families, to sing to remember and rethink remembrance for the next generation.
Brilliant. Thanks again for joining us, OJ, and we'll see you again sometime next week for the next live.
Yes, thank you. And have a great weekend, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.